Following the notice of an impending protest by the aviation unions in the country, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has appealed to the workers for calm, promising that the federal government will find a lasting solution that balances both the fiscal needs of the government and the operational requirements of the aviation agencies. This was contained in a statement personally signed by the minister on Friday, barely 24 hours ago. The union decried continuous deduction of 50% of revenue of the federal government agencies managing the regulating the aviation industry. The agencies are the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, the Nigeria Airspace Management Agency, the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, and the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau. Well, to also immediately quell the tension and avoid the rot of industrial action, the minister assured the angry unions that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was concerned about the issues in the aviation sector, promising that their grievances will be given due consideration. Another strike, intended strike by the aviation workers. Yes, Neymar.
Actions speak louder than words. We've heard that many times. So the minister should back his words with action. He should walk the talk. The concerns raised by the aggrieved members or those in the aviation industry are legitimate. Aviation is aviation is so sensitive and delicate. It's not something you toy with. It's not something like you're on board a car or a bus, or you are in a vehicle and then it got bad, or you're inside a tricycle and you want to push it. You cannot be pushing the plane in the air. So it's a sector that there should be a comprehensive plan, and the welfare of the aviation workers should be taken care of, and their concerns, it's not just about their welfare. The facilities in our airports, which I'm very happy most of our politicians, they like making use of all the time. The facilities, the maintenance, the runways. We should not wait until runways are having potholes, right, in an airport. We should ensure that all these things are, these are life-saving. These are life-saving. So actions speak louder than words. Many years ago, we've heard of unfortunate incidences of plane crash and all that. And recently, we've been hearing some very negative reports in our aviation industry. We're not praying for anything bad, but we should not allow things to get bad. It was J.F. Kennedy, then President of the United States, who said, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Now, I can also say, ask what you can do for the aviation sector in Nigeria. Because the aviation sector in Nigeria is in need of urgent attention. If you've been to our airports, you will know that our aviation industry is in need of urgent attention. Most of our leaders, they travel to other parts of the world. When you go to the airport, when you land in the airport, only by landing in the airport, there is something that is going to flash your brain or your eyes to tell you that you have just left Nigeria. We can make Nigeria work. Right? We can have efficient, well-manned airports. And apart from the airports, we can make our aviation industry an envy for other countries of the world.
The health sector workers talking about wanting to go on strike. The aviation unions talking about wanting to go on strike. NLC and the rest of them. How do we come out of all of this, minutes? But let's get your analysis of the story first.
First, I think the cause of this problem is the deduction of 50% of their revenue to government. In the first place, what has been the arrangement? What has been the agreement between the agencies and the government? How did they remit funds? How many percent of the funds do they remit? Does the government fund them, or they are self-sustaining? These are some of the questions we need to ask. For me, one of the major problems we've had as a government and as a people is duplication of too many government agencies. Most of these agencies could be fused as one and have various departments, so that way you also reduce costs. We're already crying that the nation, with the government, we are spending so much. And these are some of the things. In fact, I carried out a survey and I discovered that the federal government has over 600 agencies and departments.
And then we're still bringing up more agencies. I mean, we just talked about one with the health sector, but you said it was a laudable development.
That one is laudable, but I think if you look at the Chris Orosanye report, where he said that some agencies might need to go underground, while some needs to be fused, so that will also reduce money, cost of governance. So for me, they are on the right path, because a workman is worthy of his wages. When I say workman is worthy of his wages, you cannot shortchange them. How much were they remitting before that? They are now remitting up to 50%. These are some of the questions, and once these questions are answered, it will solve this whole problem.